Good afternoon, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your dark masked diva. How is everyone doing today? So, everyone on the internet is talking about pretty privilege. Yes, pretty privilege. Let's talk about it, guys. So, I thought I would talk about it because it's a relevant topic. And, of course, pretty privilege has a lot to do with bozos. It's very intertwined with the bozo situation. Okay, so I'm going to talk about pretty privilege and how it relates to bozos. It has a whole lot to do with bozos, so let's get into it. Okay, pretty privilege. Here's the thing with pretty privilege, okay? The thing about pretty privilege is if you have it, it only does you good, okay? It doesn't do anyone else any good but you, okay? So you have pretty privilege. Your friends who don't have it, they're all going to resent you, all right? Because if you have any empathy at all, it makes everyone around you feel less than. Alright, so if you put yourself in the place of other people, you have pretty privilege and these people around you don't, okay? They're being made to feel less than. Alright, so you have to put yourself in the place of other people. You're getting all these perks for being attractive. Alright, and these other people are being made to feel less than because they are less physically attractive than you are, basically. Okay, so it's called privilege. Okay, so here's the thing. Bozos aren't attracted to, let's call them ugly people. Okay, we don't like the word ugly, because you like to say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and people say things like that. Okay, bozos, when a bozo sees somebody who's physically unattractive, they actually call that person ugly. Yeah, they do. They're like, if a bozo sees a girl or a woman who's ugly, they actually tell that woman or girl that they're ugly. Yeah, bozos will do that. They'll be like, you're fat, you're ugly, or they'll actually insult that person. Yeah, a bozo will do that. They'll insult that person. Okay, so when a bozo gets around like a woman or a girl with pretty privilege, you know what the bozo does? They stalk that person. Stalk them. Okay, and what I mean by stalk is, I'm not saying get on the phone and threaten their life. I don't mean that kind of stalk. I mean the bozo doesn't give them any breathing room. Okay, like the bozo, bozos don't tend to have a whole lot of things occupying their time. So the bozo basically will focus in on somebody. Okay. And the somebody will have pretty privilege, okay? So the bozo will basically not give that person any breathing room. Now, the thing about if you have pretty privilege, what happens? People give things to you for free. People give you opportunities, right? And, people basically want to do things for you. They want to take you places. They want to offer you things. They want to offer you opportunities, okay? People with pretty privilege just tend to just have things go their way because of the way they look, okay? What happens when there's a bozo around you? Okay, that bozo's in your way. The bozo's doing that on purpose, you guys. The bozo is actually trying to block your pretty privilege by hanging around you all the time, by keeping other people away from you. Okay, the bozo is basically trying to ruin the fact that you have pretty privilege and basically trying to intimidate people from doing nice things around, like doing nice things for you because say like the bozo's your boyfriend. Okay, you should be with somebody else, obviously, because you shouldn't be with a bozo. If you have pretty privilege, you can be with somebody better, right? You can do better than the bozo. So the bozo's hanging around you, you should be dating somebody else, obviously, right? So the bozo's hanging around you. People want to give you things, people want to do things for you, people want to take you places. They're not going to if the bozo's hanging around you. Okay, people want to hang around you. They're not going to want to hang around you if the bozo's there. All right, people want to get a good impression of you because if you have pretty privilege, people are going to assume nice things about you. That's part of having pretty privilege. If a bozo's hanging around you, he's tarnishing your reputation. Just because you're hanging around a bozo, it's going to just make you look bad. So anything you have going for you because you have pretty privilege, the bozo's completely ruining it. Okay? So whatever perks you have from having pretty privilege, the bozo is literally trying to take that away from you. Okay, so like the bozo is your boyfriend. He's trying to get you pregnant to ruin your figure. He's trying to get you pregnant to have a child to hold you back. Okay, he's basically he's trying to give you a baby on purpose. Okay, so I was, dating that bozo that I talked about a long time ago. He kept trying to have sex with me because, he was trying to give me a baby, so he could hold me back in life. I wasn't letting that happen. Okay, so, and like, I knew that's what he was trying to do. Okay, so, I was not, like, even letting that happen. Because, I had a really nice figure and I was modeling and doing all this kind of stuff. He basically wanted to ruin my figure. Okay. He wanted to give me a baby to hold me back in life. And, they want to, how they talk about, girls having a baby to trap a guy. Okay. Guy bozos try to get you pregnant to trap you. Okay. That's what they do. And of course, they want to ruin your figure by giving you a baby. Okay, so that's one way they try to ruin your pretty privilege, because sometimes you can get pregnant and have a baby and not get your figure back, and you lose your pretty privilege. I'm just keeping it real. Like, that can totally ruin your figure, and it's gone forever. I'm just, like, some people just never get their figure back, okay? And you can, like, gain 40 pounds and never get your pretty privilege back. You can never get your body back. Okay, so the bozos, they just hang around you to block your blessings. Okay, that's basically what they're doing, and they just hang around. Now, the one thing about having the pretty privilege is because it brings out the insecurity in everyone around you. Keep in mind, if you have pretty privilege, it will bring the bozo out in people. Because bozos, they know they're losers. Okay? They do. So your pretty privilege will bring out the insecurity in everyone around you. Okay, so I know if you have pretty privilege, you're probably kind of a loner because it brings out the insecurity in other people. And the more you hang out alone, the more you make your pretty privilege work for you. You know that, right? So if you have it, you need to spend more time alone so you can make it work for you. All right, so when you're alone, that's when you're going to get your free coffees. When modeling agents are going to come up, and give you their card. That's when you're going to freestyle. You're going to meet rich men. That's people are going to come up and offer you things. You're going to get compliments from other people. People are going to see you eating and pay for your lunch. That's when it's going to kick in. Okay, so. You need to be mindful, all right, and you need to keep the bozos away from you, okay? So knowing that you have pretty privilege, all right, don't think people are nice. People are not nice, okay? People don't just see you there and go, oh, there's a nice lady, I think I'll just buy her lunch. No, they're doing it because you're gorgeous, okay? People don't just do nice things for people. So it's because you're pretty, okay? So you need to not entertain people. All right, you need to keep the bozos away. Your pretty privilege is going to bring out the bozo behavior in people. If you see somebody who just won't leave you alone and they're acting obsessive towards you, okay, that's bozo stuff. All right, stalkerish behavior, people just won't leave you alone, that kind of stuff. Okay, that's bozo-ish behavior. If people, they act like they're teasing you and joking around, okay, like they're giving you a hard time. They're not doing that to be funny, okay? They're trying to make you feel bad about yourself because they're envious, okay? So that's bozo-ish behavior. All right, they're not trying to be funny. They're really just jealous, okay? So that's bozo-ish behavior. just be mindful that they're trying to block your blessings. All right. You won the genetic lottery. God's blessing you, and you won the genetic lottery. That's just how it worked out for you. Okay. So you need to quit feeling guilty about it, and you may need to just be alone a lot, because other people are going to feel bad around you. All right. And you can't blame them. All right. They're feeling less than, because the world is not a fair place. Okay, but the fact that you're alone a lot, bozos are going to come up. Most of the attention you're going to get is bozos trying to bother you. So you're going to need to learn to deflect the bozos. You're going to need to notice them. You're going to need to discern which ones are bozos and which ones are not. Bozos are just people hanging around you and bugging you and trying to, like, do bozo stuff, try to entertain you. They're people who aren't really actually doing anything for you. Okay, people who are actually doing things for you, that's your pretty privilege kicking in. People who are just wasting your time and entertaining you and just doing stupid stuff and just wasting your time. Those are bozos, okay? They're blocking your blessings. You need to use your pretty privilege for the way God blessed you, okay? God blessed you with your pretty privilege. Don't throw your blessings in the trash can, okay? Throw the bozos in the trash can. They need, put the clowns back in the clown car, okay? Just get rid of these bozos. You need to just, because if you have the pretty privilege, it's going to be bozos coming at you all day. Okay, so you need to get rid of them. They're trying to block your pretty privilege. That's why they're constantly hovering around you. That's why they're stalking you all the time. They're trying to block you. Okay, they're trying to keep other people from doing nice things for you. Okay, because they're trying to keep you all to themselves. And these bozos are mean people. The people that are less attractive, they're saying mean things to these unattractive people. So these bozos are not nice people, okay? They're calling unattractive people ugly and picking on them, teasing overweight people. They're not nice people, these bozos, okay? They're not, no. I mean, you should see how these bozos act when you're not around. Because I've seen bozos say and do things to people, and I'm like, I've seen other people's bozos and the way other people's bozos act, and I'm like, whoa. And then I found out, how bozos I know have acted towards other people, and I'm like, oh my God, they are horrible. So bozos are incredibly shallow. They go after people with pretty privilege and then hover around them so no one else can do anything nice for them. So they do target people with pretty privilege. They're not targeting you for what you are on the inside. Trust me. They don't care. They really don't. They don't care how nice of a person you are, how good of a person you are, how spiritual you are, or anything. They are targeting you for your pretty privilege so they can ruin it for you. Yes, that is their entire MO. They're trying to ruin everything you have going. So they could ride your coattails, so they can just, because they're shallow. Bozos are so shallow. They just want to go around and make themselves look better because they're with you. Okay, because bozos are losers. They have nothing going for them. But if they're with you, they can just feel better about themselves. But they are mean people. They are incredibly mean people. If they don't think you're looking, watch them mistreat other people. Watch how mean they are to people. They are just some of the meanest, most childish, rudest. Just the mean things they say about other people. It's horrible. Yeah, it's bad. So, and they are targeting people with pretty privilege. They don't ever hang around and bother and stalk and target ordinary people. They target people with pretty privilege to make themselves look better and to completely ruin your life. and drag you down. So, if you know you have pretty privilege, and that doesn't make you conceited, just know that you have it, you're going to have a problem with bozos. Figure out who they are. Get them out of your life as soon as you can. Get rid of them, because they are going to turn into a stalker. There. So you need to get rid of them because they're ruining all of your life's opportunities. You need to get rid of them right away. You may have to involve the police. You may have to involve other friends to get rid of them. You may have to use any means necessary, but you just need to get rid of them. They're ruining everything you have. And once you get rid of them, you're going to start getting opportunities in life. Okay? Because the longer you keep them around, the more problems they're going to make for you. And the more blessings you're going to get blocked. And they're just problematic, okay? Because you're not going to see how mean they are, because they don't want you to, they're not going to do it in front of you. But you're going to find out how mean they are to other people. They're going to slip. Their mask is going to slip, okay? Or someone's going to say, hey, your friend said blah, blah, blah to this one girl, and you're going to go like, oh, that is so mean. Oh my God, he really said that? And you're not going to believe how mean your bozo actually is. So don't hang around these bozos, okay? No. I mean, they're really seriously trying to ruin your life. They're trying to monopolize all your time. They're trying to ruin your life, and they're trying to ruin your pretty privilege. Yeah, it's if you have pretty privilege, it's better to hang out alone anyway, because you're making everybody else feel bad. It's not your fault, but everyone else really does feel bad when they're around you, because they feel less than. And you're getting all these opportunities they're not. But the person you really need to keep away from you is the bozo. Okay? So, and no one else is going to tell you this. No one else is going to tell you how bad they feel when they're hanging around you. They're not going to tell you how jealous they are of you. A few people are. And then you're going to feel bad. And no one's going to say anything about your bozo because they're afraid to alienate you. Or they just, they're glad you're going out with a bozo because they don't want you going out with their boyfriend. Okay? So they're not going to say anything. They're just glad that you're not single. They're like, oh, good, thank God. So they're not going to say anything. So you need to get rid of the bozo. And you need to just take advantage of the way God has blessed you. Okay? Get rid of that bozo. Do your thing. Live your life. All right? Because it's going to be 98% bozos bothering you. You need to keep deflecting them, and deflecting them. All right? Because you are going to spend the rest of your life getting bothered by bozos. That's part of having pretty privilege. Okay? Good luck. This has been Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. Otherworldlies, I love you all, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.